maybe I'm too optimistic, but I'm a person who thinks no matter who you are, no matter where you are in life, you can advance towards your goals in the season you are in. Whether that is a season of abundance or that is a season of struggle, you can move towards there. It might not be 5 miles. It might be 100 meters. It might be 2 steps. But you can get closer. You can push your boundaries. You can push your limits to move in the right direction. I honestly believe really the only way to be able to do that is not through trying to have willpower, is not through trying to muscle your way through it, but by building instead a very structured plan that you don't have to think of to make your way through. It takes intentionality. It does take some pre-planning, but it is, a session every week of pre-planning, or even every month if you're planning out that far. And then just being able to give yourself an avenue of how that is going to be fed to you, right? How you're going to be reminded of all those things you have to do. So what I'm going to do is go over what has been really helping me in this last week that has been a bit of a season of hardship and struggle for me, to keep me on track and to keep me from falling off the wagon in the things that I told myself I was going to do. So I'm going to go over the biggest thing that has been helping me. Hopefully I can throw it up on the screen here, but if not, either way, I'm going to talk through it. I am personally an Apple user, so I'm going to talk about widgets and apps that are particularly available on Apple, but I'm pretty sure you'd be able to find the same type of resources on a different carrier phone. So my biggest thing right now has been my calendar, but specifically the reminder section of the calendar. So when you open up a new event on any day in your calendar, you either have it as just a normal event that shows up on the left side, but if you go to the top and you click on the right, it will show you reminder. So you click on that and you put in all your information, and you can do the same things you can do inside of your event, but the difference is this will show up on your reminders list and not just on your calendar, although it'll show up on your calendar as well. Why this is so helpful to me, and when I realized it, it was like my mind was blown, it was revolutionary, is because I can also connect those reminders that I add to the calendar over on a widget, a reminders widget that I have added to my homepage. So that is the reminders widget, but specifically the one that shows today. So whatever day it is showing all of your reminders that you have set for that particular day. Also, if you've missed some from your previous day, it'll show those on there too, which is helpful. But I have put an overabundance of things on those reminders for me, even ones that are obvious, but when you become overwhelmed, the obvious and the easy becomes much more difficult. So I have things that are on a rotation, on a cycle, that repeat at varying intervals that I have pre-placed into my calendar. And now I don't have to put them on a new reminders list. They auto-populate on the Today Autos list every day that they come up. So my workouts are Monday, Wednesday, Friday. When those days pop up, they pop up for me. But I have simple things. I have my daily breakfast, my daily lunch, my daily dinner, and I add notes in those reminders that shows me what I'm targeting. For me, it's simple. I don't have specific stuff, but you're trying to eat a carb, you're trying to eat a protein, you want to target a fruit and a veggie, just to give me that little boost of when I'm going in there. Maybe I was looking at the unhealthy option. Now I can look at the healthier option because I opened up my notes and it's a reminder that that's what I'm targeting. I have my daily walk. Do I know to do it? Yes. But the reminder that it's important to me and it's on that list I already set up shows me that even if I'm in a hard time, this was important to me when I wasn't struggling. So it needs to remain important to me even if I am having a rough day or a rough week. And then on top of that, at least for me, and I think for a lot of other people, it's a sense of accomplishment on being able to check something off of a to-do list, off of a reminder list. So every time I do those simple things, every time I take my vitamin, check it off. Every time I do my walk, check it off every single day. And that makes me have an early sense of accomplishment at the beginning of the day and then throughout the entire rest of the day as I'm checking off these things that I set for myself. Of course, you don't need an Apple Watch or an iPhone for this or any technology. You can go simple old school and create yourself a paper list, put it in a journal. But it's important, if that is your route, you are giving yourself the time to go review this and remember those things that you need to do. So that's why I love the ease of the phone. I can take a quick look at it every morning, look at the list I've set for myself. I can take a quick look at it every night, see what's coming up the next day. And if I realize that there's something I forgot, I add it back in. An added bonus to this that I've also been doing in relation to the reminders list is just taking the time to, when something pops up on my head throughout the day, instead of what I used to do, thinking I was going to remember to jot that down later and then not remembering what I wanted to jot down later. Now I simply do a voice reminder through my phone. For me, with iPhone, it's, "Hey Siri, remind me to put the laundry in the dryer as I take the kids to school." There's location functionality. You can tell it when you get home, if your location is set in your phone, when you drop the kids at school, when you're leaving. So that's just added ease to there that you can use. But these things, very simple, right? That's the thing with structure. It doesn't have to be complicated. Simple processes to use. But I guarantee you that if I did not have these lists, I would not have done half the things that I told myself I was going to do this week, because I would have simply been too stressed to take the time to remember what I told myself I was going to accomplish and to remember that it was important to me back when things were going easy. So I hope that is helpful for you. I hope that is a functionality that you'll try out if you're not already. It is simple, but it makes a huge difference. Anyways, thanks for joining in with me today. I hope you got something out of this video, and I hope you'll come join me next week when I'm back on here. Alrighty, have a good one. Bye.